Hello and welcome to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. My view of humanity is a whole new tea. Oh, hello, my lovelies, my beauties, my royalties. Oh, this is going to be an interesting episode. It's going to be a disability related episode and a dating nightmare. Oh, yeah. And it's going to be about hair and disability, being on the spectrum, and the diagnosis and the comparison. And yeah, so let's get that scorching hot, boiling patty tea out. If you like it cold, hold the ice because the ice is a hot mess in these streets. And don't forget to check out my Patreon. Don't forget to check it because I'm Patty. I've got a lot, and I will get to uploading so much more. I don't know when because yeah, this week it's trying to get the candle business up and going by October. It is applying for grants so I can get some grant money so I can get things really going, and the novels, and oh yeah, so many parts of the disability independence that many people take for granted. I'm going through that. Yeah. But okay, let's talk about Cheryl and Ari. The video's like linked in the video or in my video, so click on it, listen to it. But yeah, Cheryl reminds me of the no good, idiotic, bigoted, ableist jerk, David. And David is on the spectrum, he is autistic. He was one of the worst dates I've ever had in my life. And I've mentioned him several times, but there were a couple other guys on the spectrum who put me down because of my disability, and or they would tell me how, like, one of them straight up called me a leftover, and he said that he's happy that he has an invisible disability because he's going to be able to find love. But with my walking disability, he told like this. Oh, I'm gonna get to David in a minute, but he was just like he told me he was too good for me. He said he does it like on the wedding day. He wants to be able to dance. He was like, "You can't even dance with me," and he was like, "I love skiing. You can't even ski with me." Like, and it was at a point where even on dating apps, when I see men say that they are so active and every picture of them is of going on hikes or skiing or like doing very outgoing things, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna save him time because, and these are men who matched with me, because on some of the dating apps, like they like, especially Facebook dating, they have the folder of who likes you, and on Duet you get notifications of this person likes you. Do you know how many athletic built men have, like, I'm just like, huh, all right, yeah. Mm. Swipe left because I'm just like, yeah, I'm not your type, trust me. So, but David, I have nothing nice to say about him. He is one of the most despicable, disgusting, awful, terrible, ignorant, naive, like, just there's other words I want to say, but and I'll probably say them later. But he is a monster because he like, we both have disabilities, and he knew, like, the first time we called on the phone, because it was during COVID, I told him I had a disability. And since he's on the spectrum, and since a lot of his questions were kind of upsetting, like, at first I was like, no, 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 it's not gonna. And I even told him, I was like, you know what, we could just try to be friends. And he kept telling me, no, it doesn't matter. No, you sound so cool. Like our conversations are going so well, and you're so beautiful. It doesn't matter. But then once he saw me face to face, the entire drive, over 40 minutes, he's telling me, you should just stay at home. No one's gonna see you. They don't want to see you. Don't bother. Yeah, don't get a job. Just get on disability. Yeah, let the government pay for it. Yeah, it's like you have these dreams. You want to write. No one's gonna read your books. Yeah, once they see you, they're not gonna read your books. Oh, you want a family? Like no, you don't bother. Everything that we talked about throughout our phone conversations, all of my goals and dreams, every single goal and dream. No, don't bother. Just quit. No, just stay home. No one wants to see you. Oh, you want to travel the world? Oh, no. No one's going to want to help you. And, oh, if you need assistance, oh, why would you bother? No, yeah, don't do that. Oh, you think you're going to be able to make money? Oh, they're going to have pity for you. Oh, they're going to buy your books out of pity. Yeah, he said that. No one's actually going to want to buy your book because you're talented. It's just going to be out of pity once they see you. Do you really want people to buy your books out of pity? Or would you want it to be because you might actually be like talented? The entire drive home. But I had to keep it together because I didn't know what was going to happen if I told him off or if I yelled at him or anything. I had to make sure he drove me home. And so with Cheryl and beautiful Ari. Okay, first I'm gonna start off with Ari because she has a beautiful heart. Her and her mom. Oh my gosh, I adore. Ari decided to do a rainbow hair, which I was in awe with. Like when I saw it in the videos, I was just like, "You look stunning." It's like if they had a new like version of Rainbow Bright, girl, that character needs to look like you. And it's like then you find out that her mom did it. And I think it was only like her mom's second time doing it, and she's not a hairstylist. I'm like, oh my God. Like part of me, I'm just like, ooh, if she ever did black hair, I'd be like, girl, if you're ever in my city, I will make brunch. I'll make a charcuterie board. Oh yeah, it's like, yeah, with my date a few days ago. I couldn't remember. I was like, it's at the tip of my tongue. But yeah, it's like I wanted to make a charcuterie board because we're going to be watching She-Hulk because because I told him I'm going to be covering it on the Nerd channel, which I'm going to be starting probably today because I'm going to be re watching it because yeah, it's like how much they covered with the patriarchy and what women deal with and how like just how women are supposed to look and act and be and behave and men's expectations and oh even the scene where that guy every time he got into a conflict with a woman or a wife or whatever he would like jump out the window and just reincarnate or whatever. I'm like dang, it's like but this is how a lot of men are. Men, this is why a lot of men want women to shut up because they don't want to deal when we are correct, when we know what we're talking about. But yeah, get it. Okay, that's going to be on the Nerd channel, so just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. But Ari looked stunning, and she said how her mom did it, and it was a 3-day process, and how the hair dye took. I think she said at first it was 8 hours, but then she said it was like 6, 7 hours. But okay, I've from a disabled woman to like of in physical disability to whatever, honey. First Ari's mom. It doesn't matter what disability you have. It doesn't even matter if you have a disability. If your hair ends up looking like what I saw. It looked like a professional did it. It looked artistic. It looked like I was in awe. Okay. I'm still like, it was stunning. I don't like, see, I'm the type, I don't care how long if it looks like quality, what, however you had to do to get like, hey. And with Cheryl, like, she was all okay. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna start on Cheryl. Cheryl reminds me a lot of David. It's like whatever on the spectrum, like they might be on the same part of that spectrum right there, because the way she attacked Ari's mom, the way she questioned Ari and Ari's mom and everything, and then even saying how it's like her hair looked better. Um, mm, okay, I know beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Everyone's gonna have different opinions, but Cheryl, I highly disagree. Ari's mom did a much better job. Ari's mom did more of an abstract, more of a kind of illusion, rainbow type of thing, where yours was kind of basic. I'm not saying it didn't look good or bad or whatever. I mean, it was just the way yours is basic. Okay, that's just my opinion. Other people are probably gonna disagree with me. I don't care that, yeah. So you want to put down how, like, the length of time, and then you want to say yours is better. It's like, okay, in your opinion. I'm glad we get to hear from your opinion. And even at the end of the video that this beautiful host had, like your so-called apology, and then you're blaming everything on your disability. uh Once you hit a certain age and mature, like, because even with Ari's mom, she was saying you should know better by now. It's like with some of the things that you say, it's like, once sometimes you're gonna sound like a jerk and you're gonna be put in your place. You need to know why. You need to understand that. And it just sounds like you've had stuff stuffed in your ears for years, because you're still at a point where you're not listening and understanding and adjusting to how people are, like, getting, like, the final input from your speech. Because what you like, the videos I saw, you're revolting. You're absolutely revolting. And it just sounded like you kept demanding to know Ari's mother's disability. How dare you? How dare, like, you have a disability. So having a disability, you should know the disability laws. And also, it's none of your business. None. You should have enough empathy, especially having a disability. I used to think, like, especially once I was diagnosed, that since I have a disability, other people with disabilities, like, we would have empathy for each other, compassion for each other, and then selflessness for each other, because we understand that in some way or form, we each stand out in different ways in society. But then I see that a lot of people who have invisible disabilities, especially in the dating apps, the dating world, because I keep bumping into men who, they don't tell me about their like invisible disabilities until the first, second, or even third day, or that they were in the insane asylum, or like, yeah, or they have a heart murmur, or yeah, yeah, just so many different things. And it's frustrating because then I have to tell them. And some of the disabled men, they say that if I'm not interested in them, then one even told me good luck. He was like, no one else is gonna like you. It's like, I know, like, most men aren't gonna like you, so I'm the best you're gonna be able to settle with. You're gonna have to deal with men like me, because you're not gonna get many other options. And so like Cheryl just reminds me of a lot of those guys. Like a lot of the men that I've met on the spectrum are just like Cheryl. And it's I ooh. And like I said, I'm not saying her hair looks bad or anything like that, but I don't it's like either she's very cocky or the confidence or I but then like yeah, you're talking to a young girl. Yeah, cuz she's not even an adult yet. She's trying and finding herself. She's literally what like with the book characters, she's developing and finding herself as an adult. She's going through those years where she's like, fashion and, individualism and identity. These are crucial years right now. And so you are like literally attacking her mentally and putting her down, her and her mother. And then even saying, like, what kind of disability? It's like, who cares? Who cares? And it's like because even with me starting my businesses and my novels, you know what? It's taken me a long time. Can I blame my disability? Partially, because sometimes I'm in so much pain, but at the same time, it's been the stress and the mental health and wondering, is it going to be good enough? And actually, like after that one date said such awful things about no one's going to read my book because of the talent. They're just going to read it because they have pity for me. There were months where I didn't write. It's like, because, yeah, 40 minutes there, 40 minutes back to that. Like, and part of me, I'm like, he shouldn't have never even picked me up. Because once he saw me in the driveway, he should have never, because on the drive to his house, because at first it was supposed to be a drive-in movie, but once he saw me, he was like, "Oh well, can we just try, at my house?" Blah blah. Like yeah. He was embarrassed. He was embarrassed to be seen with me. He should have never picked me. He could have just canceled it. And see, this is why like so many men act like little boys. They don't have the balls to save the world. Like nah, no. The balls are MIA, just like their brain cells, just like common sense and anything else in that. Like, yeah, they're heartless. And in a lot of ways, I kind of saw that with Cheryl, with just, oh, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna do, and if you don't like it, and I'm gonna be a jerk, and I'm gonna like, so you're a jerk, so you're being mean. It's like if you know it, but then you still get upset when people respond to you and people put you in your place, but you know you're a jerk. You stand down 10 toes down on being that jerk. But you are insulted when people respond to you. When Ari's dad, who, oh my gosh, his response to you, bravo. That's a man right there. That's a man right there. Like part of me, I'm like, okay, I see why Ari's mom got with Ari's dad. Okay. I'm sorry, because that was hot. Like, I was just like, see, if I could ever find a man that would, like, because even Jesse doesn't have a disability, but every time someone put me down, either because of my disability or because I'm black and like getting the adjunct professor job and different stuff like that, he never defended me once. Not one time. When his mother said all of those awful racist things about me, he just sat there, shrugged his. Oh, he was in the basement a couple times, but that he was in the kitchen. He was right there, and he would just watch and listen. And so when I would go into the guest room, and he would go in, like he was like, "Oh, what?" come back out to the kitchen. It's like everyone wants to talk to you. Oh, you mean your family members who are trying to turn me into a Republican, or they're telling me that I'm stupid because I'm a Democrat, or they're taking turns showing me my Facebook posts and trying to tell me why trans lives don't matter and why I should be ashamed of the trans community being a Christian, and other Democrat and them telling me that me being woke is stupid and like like he was just like, but you're being rude. You should go out to the kitchen. No, your family is are taking turns mentally attacking me. Your mother keeps trying to show me Candace Owens videos, telling me that I need to be just like Candace Owens, and then showing me black country artists, telling me that I need to start listening to them. Your mom is literally trying to turn me into the girlfriend that she wants you to have. I'm not that girl. Okay. That kind of reminds me of like when I was dating the church guy. Yeah, because he was the guy that my mom would have wanted me to marry, especially my since I have a disability. My mom didn't really want me to have a guy who strived for much or anything like that, but he was a church. Yeah, he the church guy who didn't really have any goals. Yeah, she thought he would have been perfect for me, but anyway, yeah. Ari's dad, like 10 gold stars. I wish there were more men like him because that was awesome and amazing. And oh, I'm gonna get to the Tatum brothers, those men doing those push-ups, acting a hot, stupid mess. Okay, you guys, instead of like supporting those brothers, those goofballs, who the way they treat, like, okay, if you think they're heroes, that means you're a monster. If you follow them because you think they're role models, you are developing to be a monster or a monster, or yeah. So, but if you are more like Ari's dad, that's a real man. That's attractive. That's sexy. That's awesome. That's what a lot of women would like when we say that we want strength, or at least, okay, this is from the woke women, Republican MAGA. Oh, those men on the dating apps, no, yeah, okay. So I'm talking about the breed that's, probably like the 92% of black women, and the Underground Railroad white women and stuff. I'm talking about that demographic, and the people of color who they ride with us, and or if they take one of us to their mom's house, their mom's not going to be like, hold up, wait a minute, what? Yeah, talking like, okay, well, there are some who are like, I don't care if my mom don't like you. So okay, you guys are part of the crew too. You guys are part of the crew too. But you just make sure you read and learn about our history. But yeah. Welcome to the demographic. So okay, so now that that's defined, that crew, yeah. When they read what Ari's dad wrote, yeah, I think they would be like, yeah, mm-hmm, that's my type. Yup. Mm-hmm. That's what I would want a man to be able to do for me, defend me when things are going down, when someone is bullying me and, tormenting me. But I'm going to get back to even how long it took because, again, who in the world cares? Like, to me, hair is art, fashion is art, like, makeup is art. Like, there are some people who do makeup, and some people they do like quick 5-10 minutes and they're done. And then, oh, I see ladies that beat up that face so good, but it takes an hour or two to do it. And even watching some of these YouTubers, the makeup YouTubers and stuff, I'm like, sometimes I'm like, hold up, like, it's like they did the Mona Lisa on their face. And so it's like, okay, girl, okay. And I still need to learn how to do it, but I don't. But yeah, that's a gray sheep episode right there. It truly is a gray sheep episode. But when it comes to time, like, because for some, if you tell a group of people, draw a tree, for some people, it's only going to take a couple minutes. It's like they're going to do that nice little basic tree, you know. But then there's going to be some people, they're going to draw every leaf. They're going to draw like the peeling bark on the tree. They're going to draw like the branches and the division of each branch. And even maybe some of the fallen leaves. Maybe even go and do the background. They're going to put those details that Ari's mom put into her hair. And Cheryl, well, you didn't put those details in your hair. Okay. That's just my opinion. I'm not a hairstylist. I don't have my cosmetology license. I don't, but when I'm looking at some of the videos and everything like that, it is what it is, in my opinion. And Ari's mom doing that with a disability, Ari's mom doing that in such a beautiful artistic way, Ari's mom doing that not having a cosmetology license, Ari's mom doing that because she loves her daughter. And from the looks of it, from the patients, like, do you know how much love that's like? Because especially being a black woman, black ladies, we know about the length of time it takes to do our hair with braids, so on, that we know how long it takes for, like, when we say we're going to get our hair done. Yeah, we take a snack, a lunch, or whatever. We're right. We have to go and be ready, you know. So it's like it's an art, and Ari's mom accomplished art. I keep saying that I don't care. I want, like, if she ever listens to this video, I want her to know. I applaud. And as someone with a disability, I understand. Sometimes some things are going to take work. It's going to take more work or more time for work, or, and even being on the spectrum, like, she may see it differently. She may plan, like, I want to know how she planned each color. And then she says she mixed the colors. Like, I don't, like, Cheryl, did you mix the colors? It's like, I don't know. It's like, it just seems like Ari's mom took a creative, but even mathematical, because even looking at how the colors were arranged, it was like, because even when Ari moved her hair, it was just like, what? And so again, if Rainbow Bright came back, oh my gosh. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I saw, like, that would be the bee's knees. That was like, it would be stunning if the character looked like her. But instead of, and I know my video is gonna have division. I don't care. Like, I try to come together as a disability community, but there's some things where I have been through so much trauma because of my disability. People telling me I have to tell them my dad, like, even back to No Heart, he would, like, after I broke up with him, he was like, "And you're not even diagnosed." He tried to rub it in, but he didn't know that he didn't call me for like 4 months. I was diagnosed, and I told him that. I was like, you know what? Actually, I am diagnosed. His response was, well, since you were with me for 7 years, you need to tell me what you're diagnosed with. He didn't ask me about if I was in pain. He never asked me how I was doing. Like, all he wanted to do was ask questions that would give him hints on my diagnosis and tell him what he wanted to know so he can tell his mother. Thank you so much for listening to the Handicapable Black Woman Throne Room. I am a woman, I am of color, and I am handy capable. But most importantly, I am human, and you're human too.